If you have something to sit up on, you can grab it, a blanket or cushion. And come into a comfortable cross-legged position. Either close your eyes or take a soft gaze towards the floor in front of you. And start to slow down your breath, inhaling until you're full, exhaling until you're empty. As you inhale, notice the movement that creates, just looking for, experiencing a feeling of spaciousness in the torso. As you exhale, letting go, maybe grounding a bit more, seeing if there's anything to release. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed or open them as it's useful for you throughout your practice. Let's begin by taking the right arm up. We'll bend it straight back on itself. Grab your elbow. Take it as far back as you can. As you do this, draw the ribs in, draw the belly in. Feel free to move around or explore within the pose. And then release, right arm up, open it out, take it across. We'll hook with the other arm, hugging it in as close as you can. And as you do this, draw back through your shoulders. You're still square across your chest. And then release, arm out. Rotate your thumb to point down, wrap it around behind your back, so back of your hand is at your waist. Interlace fingers at your waist. Pull the knuckles around towards the front, and then elbows go towards one another. From here, circle your right shoulder. Getting to all the creaky places, the tight places. Keeping fingers interlaced, reach both arms back, open up the chest. Fold forward, whatever amount you're able. Maybe just dropping your head, could be coming part way or all the way to the floor. Maybe reaching arms up and back away from you. And then release, come up, hands to knees, round back. Lean away from your hands on your knees, drop your chin. And then roll your way back up. Let's recross the legs so the other leg is in front or on top, sitting tall. Take your left arm up, bend it straight back on itself, grab your elbow, take it back. Drop the ribs, draw the belly in, feel around. And then release, arm up, open it out, take it across, hook with the other arm, hug it in as close as you can as you resist by pulling back through your left shoulder. And then release, arm out, thumb points down, wrap it around. This time when you go to interlace your fingers, try the other thumb on top. Elbows towards one another, circle your left shoulder. Keeping fingers interlaced, reach both arms back, open up the chest. And then fold any amount, maybe just dropping your head. And And then release. Come up, hands to knees, round back. Lean away from your hands on your knees, drop your chin. Roll your way back up, still holding the knees, pull the chest through. Upper back arch, keeping the back of the neck long. And then round back, bring your feet to the floor, hands behind the legs. Put a little pressure up on the backs of the legs. And then roll up from the base of the spine to lean back, lifting the chest, working abdominals here. We'll go back and forth between these two positions. Exhale, round. Inhale, roll up and arch. Exhale, back. Inhale up. Exhale, back. Inhale up. Now exhale back, release your arms, come down a little lower. Inhale, same arch, but arms come by the ears. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Up. And back. And let's hold this last one. Come up. Lifting up away from the sit bones. You can choose how much you lean back, how much you lift the chest. But can you relax your face where you are? And then release, round back, holding here. And you can choose how low you go. Working where it's needed and softening what's not needed. And let's release. Come all the way forward into a high push-up position. Let's set the hands near the front of the mat. Step the feet back. Bringing whole body into a straight, long line. Feel the strength of your core supporting the underside, lifting up. And then shift your weight forward to lower down, low push-up. Come into your back bend. And this could be as low or high as you like. Little baby cobra or something deeper. Wherever you are, shoulders back and down, nice long neck. And then make your way back to down dog. Take your time. You might pedal out your feet a little bit, bending one knee as you press the opposite heel towards the floor. Waking up the backs of the legs, moving in any way. And then drop your knees. Let's sink back to child's pose. Releasing hips to the heels, coming back to a feeling of ease, surrender. Still, slow, deep breaths, even when you're resting. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left. And then pull back through your right hip, stretching right side a little more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. Back to center. Let's lift up through table. Come back through down dog. Walk your hands and feet towards one another. And then hang in ragdoll. Feet hip width apart. Parallel. You can bend your knees a little or a lot. You can take any arm position, including using a little support through your arms if you want to rest elbows on thighs or hands on ankles. Keep coming back to slow, full breaths. Each exhale, letting go of what's not needed. Let's bend the knees a little more and slowly roll up, coming all the way up to standing, one vertebrae at a time, stacking up. You can step up to the front of the mat, coming into mountain pose, Tadasana. We'll bring hands together, feet can be together or apart. We'll take a full A-series sun salutation. Next inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, fold forward, swan dive down. Inhale, lengthen, part way up. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. And please take the time you need for all your transitions. And then choose a resting pose that feels like a rest for you. So that might be down dog, but you could just as well come to child's pose or sitting or on your forearms or knees. Last breath here. Come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Again, inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. This time from down dog, take your right leg up. Bend your knee in and start circling this bent right knee. Lubricating the hip joint, moving this right leg in all the ways it can move, exploring your full range of motion. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, circle your ankle a couple times, big circles, both directions. Take your leg a little higher and then bring your right knee towards right upper arm. Shift your weight forward. Extend it up and back. Take it across towards left upper arm. Reach it up and back. Now right towards the center of your chest, working core strength. Extend it up and back. Big step forward. High lunge. Inhale, arms up. Settle in, sink low. Let's grab the left wrist. Take it across for a side bend. Come over to the other side. Grab your right wrist. Take it across. And back to center. Interlace fingers behind your back. Lift the chest. Release arms up. Tip forward, standing splits, hands to the floor or to a couple blocks. We'll do this with hips square and with the upper body letting go. Let your face relax. Last breath here. Step back, warrior one, drop the back heel, inhale, arms up. Settle in, deep bend in the front leg. Feeling where you are. Last breath here. Release, make your way to down dog, whether that's through a vinyasa or some other movement transition. from down dog. When you are ready, left leg sweeps up. Bend your knee in and start circling. Feeling what's being stirred up as you move. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, circle your ankle a couple times. Big circles both directions. Take your leg a little higher, and then left knee towards left upper arm. Reach it up and back. Take it across towards right upper arm. Send it up and back. All right, towards the center of your chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Hips low. Grab your right wrist, take it over, a little side bend. Come over to the other side. Back to center. Interlace fingers behind your back. Other thumb on top this time. Open up the chest, hips low. Release arms up. Tip forward, standing splits. Do this with hips square. Let your head hang. Reach that right leg as straight and long and high as you can. One more breath here. Step back. Warrior one. Drop the back heel. Inhale, arms up. Sink low. One more breath here. Release. Make your way to down dog, feeling whatever you're choosing, whether it's a vinyasa or some other movement or just simply stepping back. And then settle into your rest. More important than the shape, coming back to breath, coming back to presence. Last deep breath in and out. Let's come back through down dog. Step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Let's bend the knees and come into chair, Utkatasana. Hips sink low, head reaches high, shoulders go low, but fingers reach high. Feel everything that's going up and down at once. One more breath here. Release, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up, one breath. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Let's come into warrior three. Shift forward and find your balance. Feel free to make this easier by keeping the torso high and the leg low. If you do tip forward, just keep the torso and back leg connected. Any arm position, supporting leg bent or straight. One more breath here. Step back, warrior one. Release through your movement transition. Just taking one thing at a time, feeling where you are. And when you're ready, left leg sweeps up, feeling this. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior 3. So customize it. Can be made more or less challenging, working with your body, how it is now. Feeling as much as you can, going towards your full expression, honoring your limits, and then feeling what it's like to be here. Can I let it be? Last breath. Step back, warrior 1. Release through your movement transition, making your way to a good rest. Coming back to neutral, letting go of past, future commentary, just feeling what's right here. Last deep breath in and out. Let's come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up. Inhale, chair. Exhale, straighten. Again, inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up when you're ready. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior 3, 1 breath. Step back, warrior 1. From here, let's come into eagle arms. Right elbow on top. Put a little pressure between the elbows like you're trying to pull them apart, spreading the upper back, spreading the rib cage. Open up the chest. Nice upper back arch, but keeping the lower back nice and long by dropping the tail. And then lean forward, come onto the toes of that back foot and step into eagle, garudasana. Knee on top of knee. If you can hook your ankle around your calf, do so. Last breath here. Let's release. Unwind. Half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. You can get your balance with both hands on the floor, and then when you're ready, lift the left arm up. Expanding from the left hand to the right, from the top of the head to the left foot. Last breath here. Let's release. Take a short step back, pyramid pose. Feel free to grab blocks. If it's difficult to reach the floor, bring the floor up to meet you. Come as high as you need to. If you don't have blocks and it's difficult to reach the floor, you can use your hand on your shin. Just make sure you're not locking your right knee. Going towards hip square, towards a flat back, towards folding. Last breath here. Let's release. Make your way to down dog. Take your time. Feel what you're doing, whatever you're doing. From down dog, left leg sweeps up. When you're ready, step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior 3, 1 breath, come in. Step back, warrior 1. Let's take eagle arms, left elbow on top this time. Pressure between the elbows, spreading the rib cage, spreading the upper back. Shift your weight forward, come onto the toes of that back foot. Step into eagle, galavasana, knee on top of knee, hips nice and low. Rib cage spreading, torso lengthening. Release, unwind. Half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Expanding past the fingers, past the top of the head. Last breath. Release, hands to the floor. Take a short step back, pyramid pose. You might adjust the distance between your legs. You might grab blocks or props for your hands. Going in the directions you know to go in consciously towards your full expression of the pose, whatever that is. And then feeling what it's like to be here, right where you are. Last breath here. Let's release. Make your way back to down dog, however you get there. And then back to a good rest, whether that's down dog, child's pose, sitting, or something else. Letting go. Last breath here. Come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up. Inhale, chair. Exhale, straighten. Let's take a few balancing poses. We can get steady on 2 feet. Feel your feet into the floor, rooted, grounded. And then come over to one side for tree, Vrikshasana. You can bring the right leg up as high as you're able. Go towards the inner thigh as low as you need. Could even be the inner ankle. Arms can be out to the side. Hands together. Arms up. And you're also welcome to use a wall or a piece of furniture. Can your breath be slow and deep here? Let's release that side, shake it out. Same thing, other side. Left leg up. As high as you can, as low as you need. You choose your arm position. Last breath here. Release. Shake that out. Let's cross the right ankle above the left knee and come down for a figure 4 hip stretch balance. So arms can be out to the side to steady you. You could bring hands together. You could use a block or fingertips on the floor for a little steadying there. And there is a crazy arm balance option from here. If any of you want to attempt it, you are welcome. Just please don't hurt yourself. So if you want to try galavasana, hands would come to the floor, shoulder width apart, ankle and knee to the upper arm, shifting weight forward, just like crow, out of the back foot into the hands, and then possibly extending that back leg straight. More important than where you are is that you are breathing. If you were in your hands or towards your hands, come back to your foot. Let's lift the upper body up. Right hand to the inside of the right foot. Come up to standing. We're going to open that right leg out. You might keep it quite bent the whole time or extend it part way or all the way straight. Trying to keep hips square so you're not lifting the right hip up, but keeping torso even. Shoulders down, neck long. And then release. Shake that out. Let that go. Feel both feet again, nice and grounded. Same thing other side. Cross your left ankle above the right knee. Sink the hips low. And you might be feeling this side a little bit more. The supporting leg really does a lot of work, so could be feeling that hip a bit more. If there was some variation you tried on the first side, go ahead and try that again, including moving towards an arm balance, whether you get into the hands or not. If you were in your hands or towards your hands, come back to your foot. Let's rise up, left hand to the inside of the left foot. Open it out. You can keep it as bent as you need to. You could straighten it a little bit or a lot. Try and keep the hips square. And then release. Shake that out, let that go. Bring your feet hip width apart. We'll take hands to the top of the buttocks. Roll your shoulders back and your elbows back. Lift the heart. Take the chest as high as you can. Sternum rising up. Fold forward. If you're able, grab your big toes with your first 2 finger and thumb. Lengthen. And fold. Pulling your head towards the floor. Tractioning out your spine. Inhale to look up. Let's plant the hands, step back, coming through high push-up and lower all the way down onto your belly. You can turn your head to one side, resting. You can either rest your head on your hands or take your arms back by your legs so the shoulders, neck are relaxed. And then bring your head to neutral. Reach your arms out in front of you, legs back behind you, and lift up through arms and legs. Just a couple of inches. Doesn't have to be high. See if you can bring your arms by your ears. You might drop your head a little, lift the arms a little, and reach as long as you can through fingers, toes, head, tailbone. And release. Head to the other side. Let go. Come back to neutral, arms forward, legs back this time, legs all the way together. Lift up again, squeezing the inner legs together this time, big toes touching, inner legs touching. Take the arms out to the side, letting the chest come up a little higher, a little freer. And then reach arms behind your back to interlace fingers, reaching knuckles back, but still forward through the top of the head, squeezing the inner legs together. Keep the legs together as you release arms back out to the sides, back even with the ears, and then let go. Head to the other side. Let's reach back for the outsides of the feet for bow pose, Dhanurasana. If you want to pad your pelvis, if this feels too bony into the floor, feel free to put a cushion or blanket under there. Kick your legs into your hands so your strong legs are pulling the chest up. Try and keep the legs just hip width apart. And then release. Head to the other side, let go. If you want to come up again, come up again. If you want to stay resting, stay resting. You could also take a more gentle belly down back bend like Sphinx or Cobra. Feel what feels right now. Whenever you're done, come down and rest. And this time, bend the knees and take a little windshield wiper side to side, releasing the lower back. And then press your way back to child's pose, spreading the lower back. Taking any movement here. Let's come up to hands and knees and get set up for a twist. Thread the needle. If you want to pad your knees, you're welcome to put a blanket under there or cushion under there. Starting with hands right under shoulders, knees under hips. Lift the left arm up and then curl from fingertips down and thread it right behind the right wrist and keep going until you come down onto your shoulder and side of your head. And then you can push the right hand into the floor or into your bottom forearm to roll open through that top shoulder. Release, unwind, come back to neutral, and just take a few rolls through the spine on your own time. Arching and curving. And then back to neutral. Lift the right arm up. Curl from fingertips down, thread it through, come onto your shoulder and side of your head, and then push the left hand into the floor or into the bottom forearm to roll open through that top shoulder. Let's release, unwind, back to neutral. And again, a few rolls through the spine. If you want to come back through down dog, you're welcome to. We'll be making our way through to sitting. When you're ready, you can do that. Take the soles of the feet together, badhokonasana, and grab the toes or ankles with that grip, lengthen and fold any amount. Elbows could push into the legs, or if it works better, you could lean into your hands or elbows in front of you. Inhale to look up. Exhale, release. Let's take the right hand to the inside of the right foot, and we're going to kick the foot into the hand. As we do this, let your back round, let your head hang, and let your arm be pulled off your back. So not traditional alignment. I like to call this shlumpasana. The more you slump, the better it feels. You can let your head hang. And then start to lengthen up from the base of the spine all the way up. So more traditional alignment, drawing the back in, drawing your shoulder blade back on your back, and then open your right leg out to the right. You can keep it bent or straighten it part way or all the way out to the side. Your left hand on your knee can help pull you forward, lifting the chest. And then release. Bend that leg in. Same thing other side, starting with shlumpasana. Left hand to the inside of the left foot. Round back. Let your arm be pulled. Sink back through the chest. Let your head hang. The worse it looks, the better it feels. And then second variation. Sit up tall. Left shoulder blade draws back. Open your left leg out and straighten it whatever amount you're able. You don't need to straighten it more than you can, just finding your hamstring stretch. Right up on the front of the sit bones. You can pull against that right knee to help sit you taller. And then release. So if you're not sitting at the front of your mat, go ahead and scoot to the front of your mat and make sure there's nothing on your mat behind you. So clear the runway. So we're going to scoot forward, grab the big toes, and find your balance on your bum. So we'll take this both legs at a time, the second variation, so more traditional alignment. Shoulder blades back, nice long spine, open the legs. They can both stay bent or straighten part way or all the way, but we're coming forward on the sit bones, sitting nice and tall. Now, double check it's all clear back there. You're going to round your back and roll back to balance either on the shoulders or middle back. So if you round, you'll probably just go ahead and fall. You could come onto your shoulders like a wide-legged plow if that does not feel like a place you want to hang out. You can just have legs wide, holding big toes on your back, so wherever you are. And then see if you can rock back up to find your balance. You might make it in one attempt, you might take a bunch, you might need to come out of it completely. This is where you might be grateful nobody's watching. Let's bring legs together. Lifting the chest, and your knees can be as bent as you need to. So again, we're gonna see if we can rock back, balance on the shoulders. Please don't hurt yourself. From your shoulders or middle back, see if you can rock back up. Okay, last one, we're going to hold somewhere behind the legs. So it could be behind the calves. Some of you might hold behind your feet, getting as tall as you can. And last one, round your back, roll back onto the shoulders or middle back. And then this time, instead of rocking all the way up, you're just going to slowly lower your hips to the floor. Take a full minute if you can. You can pull on the backs of the legs like brakes. If your hips start going really fast towards the floor, pull on the brakes. And this could be a lovely massage for the erector muscles, those overworked muscles on either side of the spine. So take your time. You can let the weight of your body pour down through those muscles. And once the hips are down, just bend your knees to your chest and take a little circle or rock with the knees. And just check in with your body. What's needed? We are moving towards the end of class, and there is time for you to finish up your practice in any way you're desiring. If you're not sure, I'll suggest a spinal twist. That's often a good way to finish. If you want to get in an inversion, a restorative pose, some part of your body that could use some attention, take your time. Feeling whatever you are choosing to do. Each time you finish something, you can just check in. What's needed now? And when nothing else is needed, start getting comfortable in your final resting pose. So you may want to adjust clothing or grab props or do a little self-massage, whatever you need to get as comfortable and relaxed as you can. And before letting go completely, try taking a couple of extra deep exhales so you can take a slow, full inhale, really fill up your lungs as much as you can, and then let it out through the mouth. Like you're letting the air out of a balloon, let it all out. Do that a couple times. You might even play with a little hold at the top of the inhale, filling up completely, holding, feeling that tension build. And you get to choose how long you hold. Whenever you're ready to exhale, let it all go and let go of whatever's not needed. Stagnant energy. You can take one or two more on your own time. When you're done, just letting your breath return to natural without any effort. Settling into stillness. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Move your wrists and ankles. And then take a nice stretch out through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in. Roll to one side, pausing there for a moment. Use your hands to help you up to sitting. And bring hands together at the heart. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining me today.